I'm Lisa Fletcher for Spotlight on America. This week we told you about a potential health threat being spread on American farms and invading our food. Fertilizer made from human waste containing toxic forever chemicals is not regulated in the U.S., but the EPA seemed poised to take action in 2025. But we discovered an effort to shut that down from within the halls of Congress, and we asked why. Mike Lightfoot makes his living on the water of Virginia's Chesapeake Bay, pulling up cagefuls of America's favorite seafoods.
When I die and hopefully go to heaven, I hope it looks a little bit like this.
But the beautiful waterways can conceal a toxic secret that's raising alarm bells nationwide. It starts on American farms, treated with fertilizer made from human waste that can be loaded with a toxic class of chemicals known as PFAS. Those forever chemicals pose serious risks to our health, like cancer and developmental problems in kids. But once applied to land, they don't stay in one place.
When biosolids are applied on a farm field and they are heavily laced with PFAS, those run downhill into the streams and creeks and into the Potomac, the Chesapeake, the Rappahannock, and it's in our waterways.
Posing what crabbers and oystermen like Mike
This is about a bushel, and that's about $80.
consider a threat to Virginia's booming billion-dollar seafood industry. A study released in 2025 found that 80% of downstream sites from where biosolids were applied showed increased PFAS levels, some more than 5,000% higher than what would be typical.
If the health department wanted to, they could issue consumption advisories for the public on not eating crabs. It's already occurring.
A handful of states are banning or limiting PFAS-laden biosolids to protect farms and waterways. In Maryland, 100% of the human waste fertilizer tested was confirmed to contain PFAS. Maryland won't use it thanks to proactive rules, but Virginia has no such laws in place, meaning it could migrate there. Biosolids too contaminated by Maryland standards got shipped to Virginia.
Shipping today. We get the crap Maryland doesn't want.
The feds were on track to take action in January of 2025 as the EPA laid out serious risks associated with even small amounts of PFAS chemicals in biosolids applied to farmland. But tucked in the text of a congressional budget bill, a one-sentence rider that could put the brakes on it all. No money will be used to examine this issue now or in the future.
Terrible. Terrible. It's like taking the warning label off of cigarettes.
I have never seen any rider go that far.
So far, says Kyla Bennett with Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility, that it is a triple threat, harming farmers, food, and water.
It's appalling to me that these legislators are willing to trade human health, to trade clean water and a clean food supply for their reelection. To me, that's despicable.
We reached out to every member of the committee behind that bill, asking about the rider and how they justified it. Only Representative Shelley Pingree of Maine responded.
Well, I feel like we're rolling back the clock.
Maine was the first state to ban biosolids after farmers lost their herds and crops to PFAS contamination. We wanted to know who was behind the rider.
Who introduced it to the bill?
Oh, well, these things often come in the dark of the night, and you don't necessarily know, where it comes from or how it's in the language.
Are you saying there's really no way to track it back to an individual?
Sometimes there isn't.
Is it fair to the American people when something this highly consequential has language that's just tucked into a bill that basically nobody ever knows about?
Well, this is what makes people really mad about Congress. So it's another case of where we're letting the big guys control the show in the dark of the night in language that very few people understand.
Big guys, she says, potentially including industry giants and lobbyists who profit from unloading toxic sludge onto America's farmland. She says she tried to strike the language, but had no luck.
I think that we could, with enough public pressure on this, win the battle. But before this bill comes to the floor, we need much greater level of awareness so people can say, wait, I'm going to call my member of Congress and say, I need to get this rider out. This isn't right.
Representative Pingree says reaching out to your member of Congress is the best way to urge action on this issue. If you go to spotlightinvestigates.com, we will link you to your state's lawmaker. For Spotlight on America, I'm Lisa Fletcher.